Hey folks, and welcome back to Modern Skyblock 3 Departed. This is working a lot better. I've put a lid on it. I don't know why it's working a lot better. It didn't actually start working. Okay, I need to go back a bit in this explanation. After last episode, I ended up looking up the spawning rules for Guardians, and it talked about how Guardians around a monument required that the spawning area that they would spawn in, i.e. the water, couldn't see the sky. So I put a lid on this. If it could see the sky, it would fail 95% of the time when trying to spawn a new Guardian. With a lid on it, it should be 100% of all attempts to spawn a Guardian happen. There we go, words. And after clarifying with Vazkey on the internets, Vazkey said yes, that should all still apply, because all Vazkey does in terms of making Guardian spawns is adds them to the spawning list for the ocean. So all the spawning rules are actually part of the entity and not part of the spawning list, if that makes sense. Because that's the best explanation I can give. So they should be affected by the whole can't see sky thing. I'm going to sleep, and then I'll continue this explanation. However, what I found was that when I put the lid on, nothing changed. It was still the same spawn rate. It still took ages to see any at all. It was still failing 95% of the time. And it wasn't until I restarted the game and reloaded the world that I started seeing more Guardian spawns. It's still less than I would like, but it's like 4 or 5 times as many as we were getting, so I can't complain that much. And just in the space of that, we got like 4 Guardian kills, I think. And we've got 2 prismarine crystals and 9 prismarine shards. And hi! This is something that I did after looking things up. I finally found out what a collector does, and I'm sure comments are going to tell me what a collector does on the previous episode. But the collector upgrade for Yabber makes it so if you have the barrel in your inventory with the collector upgrade installed, then when you pick up an item, it will go to the barrel in your inventory. It's kind of like a null thing, a dev null in that way, or an auto pickup backpack with one type of item, but yeah. And so that got me to looking for other methods which I could auto pick up things. And looking for things, so vacuum, couldn't find anything under vacuum, hopper, couldn't see anything under hopper that I didn't already have access to, that doesn't actually do what I needed it to do. Except I think this is one. And I can't make it though because it's restricted. The Hopper Hawk, can't get access to that, it's Botania, so on and so forth. So everything right now that would be an auto pickup method seems disabled. However, what I think has happened here is that I found something that the pack author did not realize was possible, which is, this is Reliquary. Reliquary has pedestals, so if I look at pedestal, which are made with carpet, blocks of quartz, and slabs of quartz, and a couple of nuggets. That makes a display only pedestal. That pedestal does nothing. But if you upgrade that pedestal with 4 diamonds, it turns it into a pedestal that can, as it describes right there in the tooltip, automate stuff and things placed on it. And that includes mostly the relics that you can, and buckets, I think, and several other things, but mostly the relics that come with Reliquary, and nothing in Reliquary, Reliquary. I don't think anything in Reliquary is a restricted item right now. Except maybe the Tome of Alkahestry, and stuff to do with the Tome of Alkahestry, because I'm not seeing the block that creates glowstone here. But yeah, So, but you can still get things like the medallion, the coin of fortune, which is a nebulous heart, slime pearl, golden nugget, and batwing, and we get plenty of those. And the hero's medallion, which is an XP upgrade one for storing XP, which we might use later on once we actually create the proper automated dropper mob farm over here. Although I'm thinking of not doing a dropper design because we have vector plates. So I'm thinking of having like a horizontal mob farm that kind of has like a patch that spawns baddies, and then they get, when they stand on vector plates, they get zoomed across into a wall of spikes where we'll have like a hero's medallion and stuff picking up XP and items. But yeah, so that's how I'm collecting the drops out of our tank. Now that one down there is just doing its thing, and it's the kind of thing that I feel like throwing dynamite at because we don't need it. We're never going to need, we're never going to need that much squidding. So, or at least that's what I say now. I don't know what the rest of the book says, right? So yeah, but I'm slowly collecting prismarine crystals. We need 5 more for the quest that we made that farm for in the first place. So if we look at this wants 16 prismarine crystals, so 5 more, and you can see I've completed 32 boron. I know I said in the last episode that boron was going to be ridiculously hard because of the amount of glowstone and how inefficient this thing is, but I was stupidly wrong because I didn't account for the fact that this is at 450%, right? So you didn't need that much glowstone to make alchemical boron in the first place, and each alchemical boron gets you like 3 boron ingots. So I only needed, 8 boron. Is that right? No, that's 24. I only needed like 4 alchemical boron. That's still wrong. I've done my math wrong, and I can't figure out why. But you get the point. I didn't need as much alchemical boron as I thought I did. I only needed 8 boron. There you go. I only needed 8 alchemical boron. And I also progressed in making some soul snad, which makes nether wart grow 4 times faster, and compressed snad, and that makes our compressed cactus grow faster. And this will eventually get moved over to this farm. I don't know why it's still here, nor do I know why the pumpkin's still here. I guess I'm just lazy. Each time I get magenta dust, I expand this little pattern I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing with that pattern. I built some prismarine bricks because I was hoping that smashing them would provide me crystals in a roundabout way. I was wrong. I was doing a lot of experimentation off camera, and I've since been using this experiment to store our cobble. So that's how things have been going. How are you doing? Tell me how your day was. Like, comment, and subscribe. We need to work on storage, I think, before I do any more of these projects, and while I'm working on storage, we'll probably get the last 5 prismarine we need for this. Because this is a mess, and we've accessed the storage stuff, or a lot of the storage stuff we need here, so we can actually start working on storage in a big way. So I should probably start doing that, and I haven't really thought of anything, except that I know that I want it to be on multiple levels. How that ends up working, I'm not sure. There's some things that I want to do with this build that I already have not really been accommodating. So maybe I end up like rebuilding the base in a major way. I did that with the last Skyblock, didn't I? But that's fine. What I kind of want to do is incorporate rails around the base, just because I can. I know we'll get like super flight later on, but screw it, right? Rails are fun. I was thinking of having like the rail track go around, because these are 3 wide, having the rail track go around the the two spaces here and having the walk down the middle. So if I want to do that, the reason I mentioned the whole rail thing is, if I want to do that but have the base on multiple levels, you can always do the whole diagonal rail thing, but do we have lift rails at all? Rail. We probably don't, huh? Spectral rail, activator rail, rail, detector rail, powered rail. We have some very basic rails, which is fine. Is it called track, maybe? Nope. Didn't Minecraft add dropping tracks for hopper carts? I can't remember. Can't remember how hopper carts drop things off. I'm just going to do some stairs, to be honest, right now. I know that was a lot of blustering for nothing, but at least I'm making a decision. Probably shouldn't make it out of that either. Probably stick to my sprucey theme, and I'm going to need more spruce. I have run out of spruce. So let me harvest up some spruce and then we'll get to building. Alright, I return with plenty more spruce. So let's get some planks going. And if we are going to do this way, then would that be right? Hang on. I need to... My brain is struggling to see the truth here. If you were that level normally... No, wouldn't want to do that. Wouldn't I? Yes, I think so. Okay. Right. Good. Everything's good. We're fine. Now this is probably a monumental waste of spruce to do it this way using blocks you're not even gonna see, but you know what, I don't care. Oh, finger nearly slipped off shift. How's that? Is that as high as I was thinking? Yeah, I reckon that's about as high as I was thinking. But now I'm having other thoughts. Which is that I think this is too steep an incline. So, give me my wood back. Thank you. And instead, we're gonna slab some of this. And if I'm gonna run rails, these ones will still be like this, but it'll be every 2, right? Cause like that, like that. Get these slabs on here. Slab. Yeah, okay. I don't know, I'm just a little confused today, I think. I'm not certain why. There's nothing really to be confused about. There's pretty simple order of operations stuff going on right here, but you know what? Sometimes your brain is just a bit bork, and that's okay. As long as it's working well enough to get something done, I suppose. Right? Now, is that as high up as we were before? With a more interesting incline? No, one more. yeah, I don't particularly know why I want to have it multi-leveled. I suppose because it creates visual interest, which is kind of important when you're building a base in a skyblock. If building a base in a skyblock with visual interest is something that's important to you, because of course skyblocks are kind of by nature utilitarian. I think I did that wrong. Wrong, but we'll live with that. It's fine. Yeah, skyblocks are kind of utilitarian in nature. Not really many people take the effort to gussy things up on a skyblock, and that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But if you are somebody that wants to gussy things up on a skyblock, I would like to assume that creating visual interest is important to you, and having a perfectly flat skyblock base is really not visually interesting. Yeah. Now this whole 4 wide thing is copying this down here because it's 3 plus the 4th for the wall. Even though I think this will be a building, I still want to kind of copy the internal layout. So instead of having a fence here, this will actually have a structural wall. Which means I should probably count what the internal width of the stone in here is. And we can do that without even doing a counting with Rorax session. We on block? We are now. Oops. Come with me. Then you'll see. Something of a mystery. It's 13 by 13. Internally. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 11, 12, 13. Just do that to make my brain realize we're turning a corner here. 2, 3, 4. Still a little bit of counting with Rorax, but not all counting with Rorax. So yeah, I'm going to make this platform and then I'll be back. Okay, platform. So, it's tradition, I'm not going to put the walls up just yet. But we are going to think about how to do the layout. Now, something I've been trying to work on as a Minecrafter is it's so easy, right? To just put things around the outside of a room all the time. Which is not actually that space efficient. Or rather, it's not a good use of the space for the task that we are giving it. And something that kind of makes me want to do a centerpiece anyway is the fact that we've got like this colossal chest thing going on. So we could make these colossal chest walls, colossal chest core, and colossal chest interface. I've never made one of these before. Literally never made a colossal chest before. I've seen them, and I've used other people's, but I've never built one myself and incorporated it. I always thought they were kind of silly. Which they are, and that's okay. I'm just too serious, I guess. So anyway, Colossal. No? Is it 1? It is 1L. Colossal chest wall. Spruce around a log, or any wood around a log. What about the core? A wall with a piece of iron and an interface. A wall with 4 cobble. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then these. Let's make as many as we can for now. And the 4 cobble. And then I'll start breaking this up. I don't know how many we need. I should check the book. Whoops. I went and did all that manual clicking. 26. Just to get to 8 spruce logs, and then I miss it. Okay. Whatever. 20 something. Okay, we didn't have enough anyway. Do I have any other logs? I do. I do. 26. Alright. Brain, remember that number. 26. I assume they're telling me 26 because that's how much you'll need for the first chest. So claim. And that unlocks. Oh good, rainbow bricks. Goodbye, you're ugly. That unlocks Colossal chest. Okay. Coloss. Any wood and a colossal chest wall. Is it just going to be a normal chest called Uncolossal chest? No. It's a really, really tiny chest. Which, fair enough. And then the copper one. Not into doing that just yet. Just yet. Soon. Soon. We're clearing up space on that platform so we can do some automated things. Colossal chest wall. Is this the middle? Don't actually know where the middle is. Oh, what's an easy way to find the middle? That's right. Handy dandy tape measure. I love this thing, I really do. The middle is there by there. Here. Middle is right here. Boop. I assume I'm gonna need 2 spaces. I have 2 extra. I should probably look at the book. What did the book say? The book said a hollow 3x3x3 to 10x10x10 chests. For them to work, multi-block needs to have a colossal chest core, and for inserting in and out of them, the multi-block needs a colossal chest interface. So I don't know why it said 26, because we don't need 26. No, that's right, I had extras, didn't I, because I did the uncolossal thing. Never mind. There's our interface. There's our thing. And now we have a colossal chest. Hooray! Which has buttons overlapping the interface. Hooray! But now we can just, like, put everything in here. Presumably. Is that how that works? We've got, like, Colossal chest 3. Does that mean we have 3 pages? Maybe? No, we have way more than 3 pages. Okay. Do we have 3 27 cubed slots? I'm just wondering whether each block space is 1 chest's worth of slots and 1 chest is 27. I don't have any single chests laying around, so I can't. Oh, yes, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. 27. Oh, I want to sleep though. You can tell. It's going down. I want to sleep. though? Game? Right, anyway, we have a colossal chest in the middle. We are actually going to be more responsible than just shoving things in the colossal chest. But I wanted to start by putting that colossal chest in the middle. So I think what I'll do now, just for the sake of deposit? No. Extract. There we go. For the purposes of just trying to like get things moving, is I'm just going to put everything from every chest that I have around this base into this chest. Put my tools away though. Why do I not have a slot for you? I don't know why I don't have a slot for you. All of these look like I need them. It's alright. So yeah, I'm just going to go back and forth with these chests and then taking everything and then dumping it in the colossal chest, and then I'll be back. And just like that, no more Soren chests. Well, oh, one Soren chest. One tiny Soren chest. It's such a breath of fresh air. Even though we haven't actually solved the storage problem just yet, it's such a breath of fresh air not having random Soren chests laying around. But now we have absolutely everything in here, which, you know, is not necessarily great, because we need to actually have a more accessible way of getting to those things, but we're on our way. Of course, chests exist where they're used as part of a function, so with the hopping bonsais there and the one underneath here, so those are going to stay. But it means we can start rearranging things, and I don't feel like cleanup is such a mess now. See, I can just do this kind of thing, pick things up that I've just had sitting around that I should have moved ages ago. Move this fridge now without feeling like everything's a mess. Probably get rid of these Tinkers stuff, because I don't think I'm ever going to need Tinkers. As far as I can tell, and goodbye pattern chest. As far as I can tell, Silent Gems is just better than Tinkers. Like, if you look at it as purely as a statistical exercise, Silent Gems is just better. But, so I just don't see any reason of using Tinkers. So I'm not going to. So cleaning up that is easy peasy. Also these gold spikes, because I did that quest. And so you can see, like, this is how prismarine and stuff gets laying around my bases, because I just don't end up cleaning things up properly. And even though these furnaces are actually going to be put back here, I'm going to organize things better around here than just what I've been doing by laying things out randomly and haphazardly. Like this, you know, it just sits there because I didn't really have a place for it in a chest, and it's a block, and you can place blocks, so I'm just going to place that. That's normal sand. What happened to my snad? Did I lose my snad? Yeah. Huh. I didn't know that happened. That's fine. Got plenty. We could make sand easily and use bone meal. Use bone meal and 4 sand. The usual snad recipe is 1 sand on top of the other, but I think it's been changed for this pack. Snad. See? That is the new recipe. Or alternatively, the mod had an update and it now uses that. So yeah, cleaning things up, making things look nice and shiny. I'm going to move you at some point. I don't know where yet, but you don't belong here. I know that much. I'll move the armor stands as well. Stuff like that. I think that's enough cleaning up for now, and now it's time to start reorganizing. I wish I had a exchanger though, because I would like to exchange out these slabs for actual cobble or something nicer, probably spruce. Put the spruce back in here. Should probably cover these things up at some point as well. Now we've got a hole in the floor. Wonderful. Right, let's fix that stuff. To fix that, oh, I'm dragging things out by scrolling across the window. Today I learned, as I said, I've never worked with these chests, so I'm just not familiar. And I did put this away when I shouldn't have. Now you can live next to the cobble though, because I need you. I need you for slabs. Not that many slabs, but I don't really care. I guess that's the theme. I don't really care. Yeah, I like our little pond in the middle here. Should break you though, because you're ugly. We'll figure out our lighting situation at some point. Probably going to need slabs in the future, and I'll regret doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. My mouse has been acting up lately. Like it just janks off in random directions a little bit. Maybe it needs a clean, but I clean it fairly often. Okay, so, oh, not quite cleaned up here. Now we are. Yeah. So I forgot. These guys are a thing, aren't they? And I've put my bed in the colossal chest. So I'm just gonna juke them out. Jukes. Fear my jukes. Get wrecked. Fool. I told you to fear my jukes. You didn't fear them. And so you have failed. Alright. Where's my bed? Can I search this thing? I can't search this thing. Oh, Lord. See, this is why we're definitely not keeping everything in here. Maybe the higher versions of it can, but not this one. Maybe I can do this to make things easier though. Bed? No. No, that doesn't work on the chest. Good. There it is though. Found it. Right, morning. See, this is the thing. I clearly have, the lighting is fine, but these evolved Endermen spawn at night regardless of how well I've lit the place up. I'm really not sure what that's all about, but it's really annoying. Please stop. Yeah. I keep distracting myself from the task at hand. The task at hand, by the way, is that I want to start making drawers to store our bulk items in that we want to access all the time. So we're going to need chests, which we have plenty of, and wood, which we have plenty of. Oh no, stop. I don't like that I can't scroll over the window without it taking things out, and that's because of mouse tweaks, and it's just a whole bad interaction. Crafting table. And I have a pile of chests in here somewhere. Like 14 of them. Like 14 of them. No? You wanna... Am I blind? Ah, they're there. I am blind. I am certainly blind. You can live there. So, drawers. Basic drawers. Let's make all 13 of you. That's nice. And then, going with this whole theme of using space, do I want 2 or do I want 1? Do I want to be like overboard about this whole space thing, or do I want to... 2. Let's do it 2. Do it to it. Wait, you see, and then we can just like have this big circle of items I want to use all the time around the thing, and then I can add another layer around here, and that's even more, instead of just shoving things all around the outside. It's just efficient use of space, really. And such efficient uses of space should be used for things like that. And probably want like, hang on. Make me many more chests. Thanks. So we should probably theme these walls for the sake of organization. So let's take our organics out. Industrial hemp and rice and cactus, and that's a thing. I should probably make this one a double drawer and put normal cactus above and compressed below, or something like that. Anyway, doesn't have to be that order in particular. Flaxseed, black lotus, although black lotus should probably not be there. That should be with Botania when I have it. Fluffy puffs, I suppose. Canola, do have... Nope, I don't. I don't have. Yeah, and I should... Yeah, okay. Maybe some of these, like, where it's seeds, I should have, like, seed and product. Rather, like, the perfect case. Fluffy puffs and fluffy puff seeds, right? Okay. Oh, carry on bugged out because I was clicking too fast. Yeah. How am I meant to take a stack out of you at a time? Oh. Okay. Yeah, alright. I forgot how drawers worked for a second. Alright, I'm going to do some organizing and then I will return. Alright, I'm back. I have mostly organized the organics. By that I'm just loosely terming that anything you can grow. There's still some in here, like flowers and poppies and stuff like that, and I'm sure this wall will grow. But in the meantime, I think we're going to leave the whole sorting the system thing for between episodes, and this episode, at least filming wise, is running long in the tooth. So I think we're going to cap this off by trying to complete, by seeing how much our Guardian spawner has been working for us. Oh boy, really well. Really, really well. Excellent. We have almost reached 15 without including the stuff that we've already got back in that chest. So we have more than enough crystal now. And that'll be nice too, because I'll start being able to make prismarine lamps for around the base, which I think will look really nice. Let's take you, but we should be able to come into here and this, detect claim. So we will now have access to Botania, which is huge because Botania has all sorts of automatable systems that we'll be able to abuse unless other stuff of it is locked behind walls, but we shall see. Yeah, so that. What do we get in our terrible... Oh, that's right, you don't get a loot bag for that. So anyway, I'm going to leave that here. Bye for nada.